All right, guys, how we doing? Welcome back to Morant's Rants. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. Aron's on a tear right now on tweets, and I'm going to react to him right now in real time. I'll go down because he started tweeting about an hour ago, which I had no idea. I was just going through my feed, and it was going crazy. And I was like, wow. Well, first thing that he said was, I want to go ahead and we should all make up with Jim Cramer. No, that's never going to happen because Cramer's spoken worse about retail investors and dumb money or just regular people for a long time. It's not just your one stock. If you think that only people that he's ever insulted were people that held AMC, it has nothing to do with that. There's literally an inverse Cramer group out there because of what he does and what he's known to do. He's a criminal. He's a criminal on TV, and you shouldn't follow him. And the fact that you're friends with him is red flags. But hey, I don't care about that. Let's talk about the FUD. So let's clean up some of the FUD. Our new stock dividend of 1 ape means that we give one AMC preferred equity unit preferred stock that will trade on the New York Stock Exchange with the symbol APE. It is not a cash dividend of 1 penny. The 1 penny reference is just a technical legal term called par value. Yeah, whenever you get like shares, they always have a par value of 1 penny until they actually go into the market and have value. But what I will tell you is this: it costs you nothing to make more. That's where that comes up. So the net value is 1 penny until it pulls away from said equity. So if you give 1 ape coin or ape share, whatever this is, 1 ape share to every 1 AMC share, AMC shares dilute in value half. That's how it goes. Their share will then go over to that. So you'll find a whole separate equity for ape, you will, and in turn you'll find something for AMC, but they're going to share the same net worth because you can't make up more money out of thin air. I just can't go give you ape and say it's worth this where there's no backing. Like there's actually money that a company's worth based off of what investors have invested. So AMC share price will come down. It's a 2-to-1 stock split apparently, and some people might equate it to that. But the way the workaround they've done here is that they will dilute, they will sell, they will do whatever they can with the ape equity, and not touch AMC, the shares themselves. A couple of things that does, and I know people are only looking at the positives. There's only people out here talking about what it could do, what it will do. I don't even know if they say what it will do, but I'm looking at the opposite end of the spectrum. So, guys, if you guys think I'm against you, I'm not. I'm trying to open up your eyes on what it could be and what it will be, and why. Because it doesn't make sense. You want to manipulate the market. You want to show the market that it's being manipulated, but what you're doing is you're actually keeping AMC off of the radar and you're bringing ape into the focus. And if ape is the focus, and I'm just letting you know right now, why? Like 2013, you've had this ability to do this from 2013 to now. And while you've buried this company in $5 billion of debt, Aron, I ask you, why did you go into your magic ball now and realize that this is the play for you? Are you upset that they voted no, that they didn't want dilution? Are you upset that they voted they don't want you to sell any more shares? Are you upset they said they didn't want to give you a raise? I'm trying to figure out why you're doing it now. So you've had this opportunity, you've buried your company in debt, and now you're doing it. But we'll go ahead and go over these tweets really quick. More FUD work. Ultimately, market trending or trading determines the ongoing price of AMC shares and ape units. They're going to run concurrent. It's not that they're going to be so different because the money, the logic behind the value of it, it's still within the same company. Like, what's the backing of ape, right? It's AMC, the movie theater. So you just can't say I'm going to make up this price and what it's worth out of nowhere. That would be like a pump and dump crypto. That's really scary because what's it worth if you're just going to pull it? But it's worth more than a penny apparently. They're very similar in nature. So logic says that that initially AMC shares should approximately trade for 50% and the ape unit 50% where the shares trade value just before the dividend. So like I said, they will have a 50-50 split. I wouldn't want it to be 50-50 split. I would probably want like a $5 ape and a $15 AMC, but it won't work out that way because you can't distinguish where that money's going. And if you read the fine print, yes, ape voters can vote to make their ape equity into AMC shares once you have 51% of the vote. Sorry to tell you this part. This is a sad part. It's going to happen. And it doesn't have to happen. Like initially, it doesn't have to happen that month. But it's going to happen eventually because eventually they will produce enough ape to get the votes without you. And how that happens is that the board of directors can increase ape equity at any time to the tune all the way up to 5 billion ape equity shares. It's crazy. It's crazy that they're allowing this to happen, but there's nothing you can do about it because the board of directors just decided to do this. I don't know who told Adam Aron to do this. I don't know where he got this idea from, where he thought this is going to be the pounce, as he calls it, right? But someone out here is pulling the strings, and it's not him, clearly, but he's out defending it to the death. He has no choice. So we'll read the next one. Um, Biggest FUD of all on dilution. Some misunderstand or trying to scaring you. There's a bad dilution and good dilution. Okay, so there's bad dilution and good dilution. I don't understand. There's stock splits, sure, but to offer up shares for sale would only mean to raise liquidity, and you would raise liquidity when you're in a crisis. Certainly, that's what this company's in because they're not making any money. See, companies that make money is one thing, or if you have outside investors dying to get in, like Wall Street's dying to get in, no one's looking to buy AMC. There's a reason why they say retail owns the float. It's not because it's manipulated, it's because no one wants to own it. No one wanted to own it before. You got dumbed into this damn stock because you thought it was AMCX, but that's another debate that we can have another day for those that don't know what I said there. But if added liquidity gained from dilution is wasted, it's bad. However, if wisely handled, it's good. Well, okay, yes, we agree. We agree that if you make money and it's wisely handled, you're in good graces. The unfortunate part for AMC is they bought $50 million in a bad mining company deal. They're down $5 billion, and they have a cash burn of $627 million over the last 6 months. Cash is out. There's no more cash here. So what are they doing? They're looking for a workaround. They're looking for a way in to get more money out of this ape momentum movement, the propaganda that is. They call it ape for a reason. They want you to feel like you need to own it. They want you to call yourself an ape. I stopped calling myself an ape, I don't know, a year and a half ago, over a year ago. I said, please don't call me that. I'm not that. I'm a retail investor. I'm an investor, and I love retail investors. But I don't like this company. I don't like the way that it's run. And what they're doing right now in front of you is crazy. It says, and he used the word initial. And that was crazy. He's like, we're not gonna dilute the shares initially on the initial launch. Why would you even say initial? Why would you even have the clause in there to be able to dilute if that's not your plan? You leave all of these workarounds in there so that you can do these things. The contingency plans are there so that you will do them. And I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a good dilution for this company if those guys are invested for a short squeeze. Anyone out there that says they're invested for fundamentals, well, then you clearly don't know how to do math. But basic arithmetic will tell you that this company can't survive past 2026. $3.3 billion is what's owed. They owe $500 and almost $50 million next year. It's real, and they don't have it. But they will. They're going to get it from you right now. As for U.S. income taxes, this should go as a tax-free, blah, blah, blah. We don't care about that. The acquisition date, yeah, it's going to be treated just like a stock split would. Oh, and while I'm on a roll this lovely Saturday, this is absolutely no dilution in the initial stock dividend payout on August 19th. Absolutely no dilution. We're aware of that. You're going to come out with the initial 516 million, and then you'll do it again. There's no doubt in my mind within the next 12 months, guys, you will not have that float on AMC. And whether they disguise it over there in the ape equity only gets money, only gets value drained off of AMC stock price. So if you own AMC stock, understand you're getting gutted. Go buy puts. Go buy puts, guys. The price is coming down. There's just no way. They don't want the money in it. It's so overvalued even now at $22, $21, $10. It's overvalued. That's why they sold. That's why they own none. He will own none. No one owns any of the insiders. They're doing these things that you've never seen for a reason. It's a bad business model. And if you could have did it in 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. For the last 10 years, you've had this availability to do this plan here. And now it's a genius plan. My question is, who's telling you what to do, Adam Aron? Where are you getting your ideas from? This is a whole new board of directors. You brought in plenty of new people. Who's giving you the ideas? Come out with it. Don't say it's you. Don't say it's you, because then I ask you, what have you done for the last 7 years other than drive this company to the ground? Now this is the plan. This is a plan to get more money out of people, not investors. Nobody wants an ape equity that's worth nothing. It would only be a dilution if we decide after August 22nd to issue more apes above and beyond the initial dividend amount. That is not true. But as I've tweeted earlier, if we were going to do this smartly, that we could be very good. It would be very good for AMC investors. Our track record at AMC is excellent on this score so far. He literally says it right there. It would only be dilution if we decide after August 22nd to issue more apes above and beyond the initial dividend amount. But as I tweeted earlier, if we were to do that smartly, that could be very good for AMC investors. Our track record at AMC is excellent on this score so far. He is telling you what he told you in an earnings call 6 months ago. The earnings call 6 months ago? 2 earnings ago? 2 quarters ago? He said, what do you mean? The only time the price ever gone up on AMC is when we diluted the shares. You got to let us dilute them. That's what we do. That's how we raise capital. This is what we're good at doing. Nowhere in any of these tweets does it say that they're running a great business. They're running a better business. Movie theaters are down 70% on patrons since 2013, 14, 15, hell, even 18 and 19, down 60%. And you're going to tell me you're running a better business? You're burning the cash. You're burning investors' cash. This is... Wake up, people. They own none of it. They own none of it, and they're going to do it to you again. To sum it up, the creation of APE should help clarify for you who is in our current shareholder base and how many company-issued shares there are. You see how he throws this out here? He's telling you he's going to throw out this ape coin, and you think it's to tell you there is billions and billions and billions of shares. Hey, by the way, guys, there's not. There's no proof that you can't trade a share back and forth 1 billion times in one day and it's still only one share. The reason why people think there's dilution upon this damn company, or why they think it's out to lunch on synthetics, is because they don't know how to calculate math from 100 million float in October all the way to 516 million today. They let numbers skew them. They let them think volume dictates what the actual float is. It has nothing to do with it. Educate yourself on how this market works. Educate yourself on what he's doing to you right now. But if he can keep the carrot in front of you, you'll keep chasing it. And that's the saddest part. I think I'm done trying to help people, man. Because if you guys can't read past the lines, between the lines, what am I going to do? We believe apes should let AMC raise capital. What does that mean? Pay debt and do more. Not good news for the doubters. Checkmate. No, look at this. You believe apes should let AMC raise capital. Okay, hold on. So apes is going to raise capital. How much are apes worth? How do you get value for apes? And if you're selling apes, you can't sell what you initially gave out because you hold none. How does AMC make money off of selling apes? They can't unless they dilute more, unless they produce more on their end that they get to sell. They don't get to sell yours. No, you get to diamond hand your ape and you get to see it do what exactly? Dilute from the value of AMC. But how the hell does that bottom line right there not make sense to you guys? Beyond that, though, we believe apes should let AMC raise capital. How do you raise capital, guys, on something that there's no CEO to ape? No, it's still AMC. There's no buildings, leases, income, business strategy. No. It's just a vehicle to move money from one pot to the next and into one pocket. But it can't if you're the only ones who own it. But you won't be the only ones that own it. They're going to dilute this damn thing. Remember, they owe $550 million. I'm trying, man. I'm out here trying. And you guys want to listen to other people, other YouTubers, and I'll say the fucking names. I'm not afraid of Trey, Matt, Tony De Niro, anybody out here talking good about AMC and what this means. I don't care how many panel of experts you guys go and look at. Let these tweets read into your mind. Let them say the words they fucking say. And excuse my language for cussing. I might have lost you now. But I'm tired. I'm tired of trying to hold your hand and get you through this damn minefield. It was GameStop at the beginning, sure. And there's other great investments, and there's other great plays, and there's other... Who cares? I didn't care what you do. How about the man himself? Off the merit of these tweets, you can't tell me you can't read between that. How are you going to raise money? How are you going to raise capital? The only way you raise anything is if you sell. And you have none to sell. How are you going to get some in your hands? Adam Aron? AMC directors? How are you guys going to get APE? You don't have any. You own 0.2%. 0.2% of the float. Wake up, people. It's still early. Peace.